build a freedom-based business. You wanted the freedom, you wanted the flexibility, you wanted more power, you wanted fulfillment, right? You wanted all of those things to be the boss of you and live life on your terms. But you're working way harder for much less, and you're wondering why you're not winning. So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about why that's your truth right now and what we can do to actually change it, okay? First of all, you're doing all the things, you're wearing all the hats, and that's the first problem. That's not sexy, it doesn't feel good, and you're just going about this the wrong way. Okay, you cannot be the queen of juggling. You can't be the juggling act, right? Right now, you're trying to be the whole CEO, COO, CFO, CXO, the whole C-suite exec, the whole C-suite team, right? The whole C-suite. You can't do that. Not to mention, on top of those roles, you also are the content creator, you're the admin person or your own VA, you are the client, you're working your client calls, you are the tech guru, right? Or doing all the tech setup, you are doing all of you're the videographer and the photographer and the social media manager and the moderator in your groups. You are doing the marketing and sales and so many things. I mean, the long list of things, okay? And you're giving yourself what corporate America gave you on your job description, which is, and other duties as assigned. You're doing it all, right? And therefore, you're not seeing right now your return on investment in your time, energy, and money. In fact, you're wasting a lot of that. You're certainly not you're not seeing a consistent pattern in you receiving in return for all of that hard work and dedication and sweat equity that you're putting in. You're not seeing the income and impact right now. And you deserve that, but you're not going to see it trying to stretch yourself that thin. And you're certainly feeling burnt out right now because of it, right? And you can't build a business on burnout. So the truth is, you didn't create a business, you created another job. And this one, by the way, doesn't even come with PTO. Now, how's that for some truth? Okay. So why doesn't this work? Why is it not working? Well, first of all, you're over functioning. And I need you to know that over functioning is a trauma response. Okay, it is not a strategy. It's not a business strategy for sure. It's something that's going on deeper within that you're not dealing with, that you hadn't yet addressed. And you're operating from a place of scarcity, a place of trauma. And so with that comes lingering drama and definitely your karma. Okay. And we've got to get rid of that, truthfully. So your success isn't just stalled right now. And it's not stalled, by the way, because you're not doing enough. It's stalled because you are not doing the right things or you're doing the wrong things by yourself. In other words, you don't have the support that you need in order to succeed. And that might be a hard pill to swallow, but I'm a truth teller and I'm going to be in your face with the truth every single time because I care. And it would be doing you a disservice if I did not do that, right? Do you want to know the truth about high functioning women and what I call the high functioning woman's trap? What is that? Well, I'll tell you. It means that you've always been the strong one. You've always been the fix-it woman. You've always fixing the broken things, right? And the broken pieces and everybody's problems. You've always been like that go-to girl, right? You've been the problem solver of your family and your friends and everyone in your immediate circle. But now your nervous system is fried, dyed, and laid to the side, okay? And your creativity is flattening because of it. In fact, not only is it not just flattening, it is flatlining, and it needs to be resuscitated. Okay, so right now you're building a business again on burnout and you're hoping for balance. And let me tell you something, sis, that math ain't mathing. Okay, so we've got to, unlearn that, undo that, re-strategize, refocus our time, attention, energy, and efforts on the right things in the right order at the right time with the right coach, so that we can get out of this phase and into the next level that we rightfully deserve. right? A level of peace and gratification and freedom that we got into this business for in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're needing right now. The truth about support is that you need it. And that's the first thing. You can't do this by yourself. A high level woman, just so you know, they don't do the DIY approach. They're not DIYing everything. They believe in delegating and outsourcing and hiring a team, an A team, a dream team, people who they can not just utilize and leverage to grow and expand their brand and their company, but also to buy their time back. All right. That's what high level women do. They invest in strategies, they invest in systems, they invest in support, they invest in structure. You understand? And that means utilizing your people resources as well, not just your financial resources, people resources. Okay. This isn't about ability. You have the ability, sis, you do. This is not about that. This is about capacity. Okay. And your capacity is being drained right now by you doing the most, and you're doing too much alone. And that's what a lot of women do is they get in business and they want to prove something to themselves that I can do this and I don't need anybody's help. Well, how's that working out for you lately? Okay, in fact, how's it been working out for you for however long you've been doing it? Not so much. That's my point exactly. So here's the real path to freedom. The strategy isn't about more hustle. In fact, that's not a strategy at all, right? Hustle more, hustle harder, go home or go hard. Those messages are dead and gone. Okay. Let's burn those, throw them in the trash, the garbage. Let's get rid of that. They serve as nothing. They do not serve us at all. They do not serve us at all. So we've got to get rid of that messaging. Okay. And we've got to tune into and turn on a new mindset, right? We got to turn that off and turn on a new mindset. So the strategy is not about hustle more. The strategy is about alignment. It's about clarity. It's about focus. It's about intentional structure. Okay. And that's how you build a freedom-based business. That is how you build a business you don't need a vacation from. In fact, a life you don't need a vacation from. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we're after? Is building a life of freedom and a life that we can live on our terms, right? So struggle can't be in the equation. We can't be strugglepreneurs, right? And so if you feel, you know what I'm saying, definitely let me know, show me some love, and let me know that you're feeling exactly where I'm coming from because I feel where you are right now. Okay. And I don't want to ever go back there. And in fact, if you're getting what I'm giving and you love these gems I'm dropping, go ahead and leave a comment right now so we can get this discussion popping. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you're loving the content here, then I'm not sure what you're waiting for, but go ahead and subscribe, okay? And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't ever miss a single episode whenever I drop new content and or go live. All right? Now, I want to offer you some resources. And if this hits home, let me know. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We can certainly continue this dialogue in the comments, but it's time to make your power move, okay? And that is, first of all, join my waitlist for the Legacy Lounge. What is the Legacy Lounge? It's something I'm super excited about. It's my new membership designed with you in mind. You asked, I listened, and I designed this with you in mind. It is a space for high achieving women just like you who are ready for so much more, ready to create success without sacrifice, ready to put their self-care at the forefront instead of on the back burner, right? It is about a soul-aligned business and a business that is aligned with your deepest aspirations, okay? I am teaching you in this membership how to make your 5K or more, at least 5K if you're not making consistent 5K or 10K months. I'm teaching you how to do that in this membership for the lowest price that it will ever be. But you got to be on the wait list so you know when I launch live. And as soon as I hit that send button, okay, because you'll be on my email list, you'll be the first to know before I announce it to the general public so that you can get locked in at the lowest rate, okay? And you're going to really love all the value that this is going to come with, okay? And like I said, I'm super excited about it. But also, in the meantime and in between time, you certainly can book your focused and, or excuse me, your freedom and focus clarity call. Okay. That's where we get on a call, especially if you're done playing small and you're ready to work smarter, not harder, right? This is going to be where you and I can get on the phone, talk through your current situation, and I can discover and uncover like where you are right now in the journey and what I can do to support you. I'll offer some clarity, some insights, and we'll talk about next steps. Okay. So make sure you book a clarity call if you need further assistance. And I know you do, right? That's why you're here. So get on a call with me so I can give you the support that you need. And don't forget, I'm a featured speaker, by the way, at the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women. So if you happen to identify as a Black woman, then this particular resource is for you. Now, if you don't identify as a Black woman, the resources I just spoke about are definitely for you. But if you do identify as a Black woman, we have designed something very special for you, right? This is a second annual Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women put on by, shout out to Dr. Kamani Norton Sands of Lifting As We Climb Wellness Consultant, I think it's called exactly. And then, of course, Marissa Price Hill. Shout out to those beautiful, brilliant queens, okay? Those ladies are just doing some outstanding work in our communities. And this, again, is their second annual event, okay? And we are going to teach you how to pivot in power. So whether you're leaving a job, a 9 to 5, or you want to, okay, you want to prepare your exit strategy, we're going to give you what you need in order to do that, especially if you're in, harm's way. Say, for example, you're working in a toxic job or a hostile work environment, or maybe you simply just are working in a job that no longer serves you and you just want out of the corporate arena altogether. Maybe you want to start your business, or maybe you started, but you want to grow and scale your business, or you want to travel the world and live abroad, or anything in between. We're teaching you all the things. It's over 20 speakers as of this recording, maybe a little more, I'm not sure, but get the all access pass because that's going to be the biggest bang for your buck, because you're going to have access to the replays, because you're going to have so much to absorb, so much to process, and you're going to want to go back and watch those replays so you don't miss anything. It's going to be such a value packed summit. And listen, just get excited about it. Okay. It's going to be epic. That's all I can tell you. If you're not in the virtual room, listen, I don't care what you've got going on right now. Clear your calendars and make sure you get in the room. And if you're watching this after the event is over, you can still use my link to grab the replay, okay? Because that will also be on sale. But I can't wait to see you there. Now, I hope this has been really helpful to you. I know it has. And I'm so happy you're here and that you showed up for yourself. So give yourself a big hug, and I'm giving you a virtual squeeze right now, okay? But that's my time, so I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Listen, be sure to share this video out with at least 3 friends, and definitely make sure to watch the next video that YouTube recommends, okay? As always, and until next time, did I cut myself off? Nope, I'm still here. I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now. See you soon.